Hello, welcome to today's Talk of the Town. I'm Sandy Benson. You may have recently read an article in the Bluffton Sun about a joint venture with Saudi Arabia to help control infection rates, and we're pleased to have joining our show today Arthur Martin, an environmental and mechanical engineer working strategically with the project. Art, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Quite an interesting project. So, what is this unique approach that you actually are working on or have in place to solve the problem of hospital infections?
Well, actually, it's not much different than what a lot of people do, except that we look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
Most people are focused only on the particular contaminant. We look at the bigger picture, including the building and all the systems and how they interact to cause the problem. That's what makes us different.
Okay, and so is what you do applicable to places other than a hospital situation?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're mostly concerned with the quality of the air inside buildings. In schools, children learn better. In offices, people are more productive. They have less absenteeism. So yeah, it does apply to all kinds of buildings. Our main focus is reducing the infection rate in hospitals.
And what type of infections, I guess, have you sort of isolated to date?
Well, we haven't actually isolated an infection itself. What we've done is put in place a process with a product and a methodology to control the spread of the infection. And we've done everything from hospitals to the textile manufacturing plant in Bangladesh,
wow,
where there were 900 women working, and on average they had about 200 sick women all the time, and that was affecting the productivity of the plant. So we've done a wide variation of different buildings and different problems, all related back to the people getting some kind of infection from respiratory infections, from inhaling the fungals that are floating around in the air.
Whatever contaminants, et cetera.
Exactly.
Interesting. So how does what you do benefit the average person?
The average person? Well, our product's applicable in the home, and as you know, we live in a section of the country here where everything is air conditioning.
Sure.
So we spend our time, 95% of our time in an air-conditioned place. I treat my air conditioning with the product, and we don't have any issues with respiratory problems in our house.
Interesting. What other countries, first of all, it's absolutely intriguing that you're working, with Saudi Arabia. So what other countries or governments have you been working with?
We've worked directly with the government of Malaysia when we had the H1N1 crisis, worked in Singapore on the SARS crisis. We currently are working in Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia, Thailand. We're in the process of setting up an office in the Philippines. We have operations going on in China, Taiwan, in Bangladesh, and we actually have an operation in the U.S.
Wow, that's amazing. So why is the product you developed being accepted so well globally?
Well, as you know, there's a movement toward chemical-free. And what I spent a better part of my life was developing a chemical-free product that is as effective as products that contain drugs and chemicals, because some people actually have more of an issue when they're exposed to products with chemicals in than the original problem they have to begin with. So the focus has been on green, natural-based, plant-based.
Okay. And what do you like most about all the traveling you're doing in your work? Because you have obviously made it to some quite far out countries.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, what a great way to see the world.
That's exactly it. I mean, I've had the opportunity to interact with people of different cultures, people of different countries. And that's probably the greatest thing for me, is the ability to meet other people. And what I find is, no matter where I go, no matter what the culture, no matter what the country, people all want the same thing. They want better health for their family, for themselves. It's really not a complicated process.
No, it isn't.
We all want the same.
We do, we do. Do you find certain areas to be, I guess, more infectious than other areas? I mean, there's obviously got to be a difference between countries.
Yeah, it's true. Most of the problems are in high-density countries.
Meaning?
China, India, Bangladesh.
High-density populations.
High-density population in a small geographic area.
Okay, yeah, which would make a lot of sense.
Exactly.
Art, great information. If people want to know more about what you do, I know that we'll have your website on the screen, and they can find out.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for joining us. And we will be right back with Talk of the Town.